South Korea is facing a backlash for its deal with Japan over their wartime forced labor dispute. After decades of demanding that Tokyo pay reparations, Seoul has now agreed to compensate its own citizens who were forced to work in Japanese factories during World War II through a public fund. Japanese companies will be able to make voluntary donations to the fund. The move aims to end a long-standing historical feud. South Korea, Japan and the United States have all hailed this proposal as a breakthrough, but critics say the plan does not hold Japan accountable. Victims' groups say it falls short of what they are demanding. Now that is a full apology from Japan and direct compensation from the Japanese companies involved. South Korean President Suk-yeol says the deal aims to help Seoul and Tokyo move towards a forward-oriented relationship. He is reportedly set to meet Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida for a summit in the middle of this month. Lim Yoon-suk tells us more.
Foreign Minister Park Jin met the press Monday morning, announcing the government's decision to compensate people forced to work during Japan's occupation of Korea through an existing public foundation funded by private sector companies. Instead of the Japanese companies ordered to pay reparations to former forced laborers by the Supreme Court in 2018. He added that soured relations between the two countries should no longer be neglected, and it was time to end the vicious cycle.
이번 해법이 한일 양국에게 반목과 갈등을 넘어서 미래로 가는 새로운 역사의 기회의 창이되기를 바랍니다. 그리고 이것이 마지막 기회라고 생각을 합니다.
Asked about criticism that this offer lacked direct participation by the Japanese companies, he said the glass was now half full, and it was now up to Japan to fill up the other half. He didn't elaborate, but according to reports, the two countries had tentatively agreed to create another fund, so-called the Future Youth Fund, to sponsor scholarships with voluntary payments from both South Korean and Japanese companies. President Suk-yeol, who took office last May, has made attempts to improve ties as relations plunged to their lowest point following the Supreme Court ruling in 2018. South Korean President Suk-yeol and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida met on the sidelines of another meeting last year to try and improve ties. And that was the first meeting between the leaders of the two countries in 3 years. Meanwhile, several people rallied outside the foreign ministry, saying it was a humiliating resolution and that they would continue to fight for direct compensation and apology from the Japanese government. Lawyers representing some of the 15 plaintiffs also held a separate briefing, saying this was not yet over and that they would stage more legal battles on behalf of their clients.
한일 간의 외교적 분쟁은 없어지는 거고 국내 문제로 전환시키는 거다라고 생각하시는 것 같은데 그렇지 않습니다. 피고 기업들이 여전히 존재하는 상황에서 특정 판결의 권리는 여전히 피해자들이 가지고 행사할 권리는 여전히 많이 남습니다.
Some experts say it's likely that the U.S. had urged both countries to settle this dispute soon, so that they can work together closely against rising threats from China and North Korea. Lim Yoon-suk, CNA, Seoul.